Hi everybody. On today's episode I'm going to be talking about my three PRS guitars. Stick around. So today's episode is going to focus on my three PRS guitars. PRS stands for Paul Reed Smith, for those that are not aware. Here I have the three guitars that I own. This is a Custom 24. This is a CE 24, and this is a McCarty 594. I'm going to get into the differences between them and a little bit of history about them, as well as some of the specs, and you'll hear a little sound demo at the end. So Paul Reed Smith used to take out one and sometimes two-page ads in guitar magazines showing their instruments. That's again where I first kind of fell in love with them. Ads like this. This is from 1992, just showing like one of their amazing tops. This ad here is from 93. Actually shows that they were making bolt-ons back in the day. This is an ad for the EG. And then lastly, this really cool two-page ad with one of my favorite guitar players, Alex Lifeson, on it, showing their different models. And this one is from, let's see, 1994. So that's where I first heard of them, and I got the bug really early on for those types of guitars, because I'd always heard that they were sort of a cross between a Gibson and a Fender. And so I set about my search for one and played a whole bunch in Southern Ontario. Probably played every single one in every single music store in the lower Southern Ontario area. And I had a Les Paul at the time that I really loved, but because Paul Reed Smiths were so expensive, I traded my Les Paul Standard in for my first Paul Reed Smith, which is this guy right here. So this guitar here is a Paul Reed Smith Custom 24. It's from 2009. And it's just a standard Custom 24, although I did pick the color being a sunburst. And it was, I believe, the first year where they had the hollowed out birds. I haven't really done much in terms of modifications to this guitar other than the obvious strap locks, which you all know and love, that I do to all my guitars. And in the back here I've installed, you can sort of see here, the a treble nose system. And that's so that I can keep the bridge in one of three positions based on how I set the bridge, or how I set the treble nose, I should say. You can have it for full floating, meaning it goes back and forth. You can have it for sort of semi-locked, which means it only goes down, which is what I have. And then you can also lock it so that the whammy bar doesn't move at all. So yeah, this is my Custom 24. I specifically ordered it with the three-way switch configuration. They were still offering those weird rotary knobs, rotary knobs back in the day, but I wanted this type of setup. It has a push-pull for the pickups there to split them. And when these guitars were being made, Paul Reed Smith was still offering the VB, so the vintage bass pickup, and the HFS, which stands for Hot Fat Screams pickup. So that's what's in this guitar. Like most, I should say, Paul Reed Smiths and all Custom 24s, this is a 25-inch scale, and I use 10 to 46 gauge strings on it. This was also pretty early on in these are the phase 2 locking tuners here, so they don't have that weird triangle bit that sticks out. So I bought this guitar, I ordered it, took a few months to arrive, traded in a Les Paul for it, and I would consider this my number one guitar. I played many shows with it, done many recordings. It's a great all-around guitar, and yeah, I'd have to say that it does kind of come close to going somewhere in between a Fender and a Gibson type guitar. This guitar here is my CE 24. Purchased about 3 years ago. Sorry, more about 2.5. It's a 2017 model in whale blue, and what's the difference between this and my Custom 24? Well, this one features a bolt-on neck, and it's got different pickups. Uh, what do they call the end? 58 something? I don't know. They're stock. I can't remember the name of them. Sorry. I'll put them in the description here below. This guitar. So what you'll notice with the CE24s is the top has less of a carve on it. It's still a little bit carved, but not as much. I did not put a tremolo on this, so this guitar is still pretty much completely stock, except, of course, for strap locks. And this one has the solid birds. What also makes this different from a Custom 24 is the neck. Hopefully, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. You can kind of see it here. But the neck's got a scarf joint right up here. And it also has the Phase 2 locking tuners. And those with really sharp eyes will have noticed that somewhere between 2009 and 2017, they changed the logo on the headstock. This guitar also has splittable pickups, which sound great, and came stock with this type of switch configuration there, where you got up is the neck, middle is both, and then down below is bridge. One other thing that's different about these guitars is that you'll notice the back plates are not recessed. So you got something that looks like this, and then you got something that's looks like this. Recessed plates. The next and most recent PRS that I purchased is this one right here. This is a McCarty 594. I bought this about 2 or 3 months after I bought that CE24, which was hell on my wallet and bank account, let me tell you. But I was at a music store and picked this up and just fell in love with it. I had such a nice, deep, dark, rich tone compared to some of the other guitars that I was playing at the time, and even compared to the other PRSs that I own. So this actually has a Phase 3 locking tuners on it. It's all stock, that came stock. So they've got like an open gear at the back. The switch for the pickups is up here, and it's got four knobs. So you got your 2 volume and your 2 tone switches there. Sorry, volume, tone. And the pickups are also splittable by lifting these tone knobs here. This guitar is not stock either. The pickups in it are the 5815 low turns. However, I swapped this one out for a Sheptone pickup, a PAF. Not that there was anything super wrong with the pickup there, but I just wanted something with a little more bite and a little more girth. So this one just has a straight mahogany back on it. And they call it a McCarty 594 because the scale length is 25.94 inches, which is a little shorter than the standard PRS scale length of 25. And so this one has 10 to 46 gauge strings on it, much like exactly like my other two. And it's finished in gold. None of my guitars are 10 tops. Obviously this one isn't because it's solid. And it also has recessed plates at the back. No whammy bar on this one either. Strap locks, of course. And we'll get into some sound demos here right quick. I'll do all the pickups in normal humbucking mode and in split mode, just so that you can hear the difference. Thanks. So there you have it, folks. Three different PRS guitars. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Why three? Well, they all offer something a little bit different tonally. I'm hoping that comes out during the sound sample. They're all pretty equal in terms of sustain, I think, and general overall feel. Biggest differences are probably the necks between them. My 2009 has sort of a pattern thin, but I find the CE24 even a little thinner, whereas the McCarty 594's got a big chunky neck. So that changes the way they feel. Sound wise, they're all kind of similar in the ballpark, but again, a little bit different. The McCarty being the most different. And it just, yeah, it's just one of those things where, you can have three of the same guitar, of the identical same guitar, but each will have its strengths and weaknesses. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video preview. I've got more coming about some of my other instruments here. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be throwing up some other videos here with some of my original music where I get to use some of these guitars. If you've checked out the Assault on the Lost City video that I put out, that song was made entirely using PRS guitars. And I've had other ones in the past that are no longer with me, so these are the three survivors. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day, and please take care of yourselves and stay healthy. Love you all.